The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. This is Matt Tour. I'm glad you could join us this morning. We're going to be going over some much stronger interest rates based on the interest rate environment we're looking at in 2018. And with the stock market going through its ups and downs here recently, we've seen a lot of money going towards the fixed rates these days. People looking for safety. So we're going to give you some really good updates on some of the programs we have available in the multi-rate guarantee market. We'll also be discussing a couple of just straight fixed rate annuities that have some really good rates right now, and kind of go over some details on those. And want to make sure you're up to speed on what's being offered in the market right now. We've seen a number of companies raising rates here recently, much more competitive in the fixed rate environment than we were 6 months ago, 12 months ago. So definitely a great location right now based on the increasing rate environment, and great way to get clients into some higher returns and be able to make sure they're making the most for their money. So we'll be going over some information here. This will last about a half an hour in duration, this webinar. So we'll go ahead and get things started. If you do have any questions along the way, just get those typed in. I'll be glad to get those answered as we're going through the meeting itself. And we'll be glad to get those answered for you. I'll be giving everyone a call after the webinar some point next couple of days to see if any questions on anything we covered, anything you may need sent out to you at this point, maybe any quotes you may need on specific clients. We'll go ahead and make calls on that after the webinar itself. First of all, I know we do have a couple nice incentive programs. You can earn referred producer program. You can earn some money based on your referrals. You also will get an override based on their production. So a great way to increase your bottom line based on the referrals you give us on agents. You get $50 when they get licensed. You get a 20 BIP override on their business. So if you have an agent that does $1 million with us this year, you referred to us, you would get a $2,000 credit based on that. So really a nice feature. We also have our marketing reimbursement program. You get $100 for every $100,000 of premium that gets submitted. And so if you do $500,000, that's $500 towards marketing reimbursement. We'll help pay you for your lead costs, maybe for doing seminars, doing mailings, doing telemarketing. Just depends what you're doing. We'll go ahead and help you out with those costs. We also continue to offer new producer builder bonuses. You get different levels of production. You qualify for different items. We do have our iPad available at the $100,000 level. You got the 2 different coaching systems at the $500,000 level. We have our Ritz-Carlton travel package. You can earn that based on production the first 90 days of being contracted. We also have our $300,000 level, which is gift card, Social Security program, marketing reimbursement. So a lot of different options you can choose from based on those incentive levels there. So definitely something to keep in mind. We also have a great back office team here that help you with your new business, your contracting, making sure you have everything you need for any appointments you have. We got a great team that helps you out from day one all the way through getting the policies issued, getting those delivered. They help you out with the whole process. We've got a great marketing team here that can help you on both the life insurance and the annuity side. We can help you with quotes, help find the best program for your client. We can help you out with any software questions you may have. Really a good source for all of your needs is our marketing department. We've got some great coaches available if you're looking at getting more involved in the annuity market. We have Dave Pember, our sales coach. He'd be glad to help you out with that. Some great expertise in that area. We've got our paperless contract. You can get licensed with any number of companies at one time via our website. A great tool to use and be able to get licensed with 3 or 4 different companies at the same time. Fill out one set of licensing really makes it a lot easier for you in your situation. We've also have a great creative team. We've got Josh, Tasia, and Anthony in that department. They can do a great job on helping out with designing flyers. Maybe you want to redo your business logo. Maybe you want to redo your stationery or your business cards. They can help you out with all that information and be able to get you what you need. And maybe you want to redo your website, or maybe you want to create a website, and they can help you out with that. Maybe you want to do some social media marketing. They can help you out with that. Maybe you want to do some online newsletters, maybe do some email blasts. They can help you getting all those put together. So really a great team on the marketing side, on the creative team. I know that we've got a number of agents that use them on a weekly basis for their advertising needs. Really a great source to utilize here at IAMS, and we've seen a big explosion on the use of that group there. So if that's something you have interest in doing, definitely give Tasia or Josh or Andrew a call. They would all be glad to help you out on that end. We also recently opened up our wealth management side of the business. I know Charles Hiring Jr. has done a great job on getting that going. We've got a number of agents that we have in that side of the business right now. We've got millions of dollars under management at this point. So if that's something you have some interest in doing, I'm going to launch a quick poll here. If you would like to get involved in that wealth management side of the business, just check off yes on the poll I just sent out. And we've got a great portfolio of plans to choose from. Got some great different platforms to look at if you want to get involved in the RIA side or IAR side and want to, looking for a good group to work through. I know IAMS is a great location. We do quarterly meetings. We bring you into different meetings based on your needs on that end, and we bring in our group that oversees all this out of Dallas. They'll be coming in fusion to those meetings. So if that's something you have interest in pursuing, just check off yes on the poll here. We'd be glad to get you on board and take a look at what we have available on that end. If you need some help on getting a Series 65 passed or taking one of your securities exams, we'd be glad to lead you in the right direction to get that done. And that's really an expanding business right now for us, and we look forward to a great year on that end of the business. So if that's something you look at getting involved in, I know Charles and Mike will be glad to discuss that with you. So definitely give them a call based on that. We have our website, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is www.imsinc.com. We have a lot of different tools you can utilize on that. There's some marketing tools. We've got some different industry links. Maybe we'll get on there and take a look at an AM Best rating on a specific carrier, or maybe you want to get to a state insurance website. We've got links for that. We have, of course, our current annuity rate sheet on the website. We have different quoting tools. Maybe you want to get on there and do some term quotes, or maybe you want to look at some income rider payouts. We have a great income rider payout comparison software program on the system. Really some great information you can take advantage on our website there. So that's something you have interest in utilizing. Definitely get on the IAMS Inc. website. Great place to go if you need specific forms to write business. We have a lot of forms on our website available through there. So really some good links you can take advantage based on that. We also have our Retirement Analyzer software program. It's a great tool to use with clients to figure out kind of where they stand today for retirement, where they're looking at being in 5, 10, 15 years. You can plug in all kinds of variables. You can plug in health issues. You can plug in premature death situations, nursing home stays. If they want to buy themselves a vehicle, maybe they want to buy a Corvette when they turn 65, you can plug all those costs in, and it really gives you a great overview of what they're going to have available for retirement, what kind of money they're going to need to save to have a good stream of income. Really, it's a great tool to use, and really good printouts it comes out with, really good colorful details of what they're going to need to have down the road to take a full advantage retirement and continue their lifestyle. Really a good program to look at. We have one of our Life and Annuity Academies coming up in May. I know we typically do these about 4 times a year. We just had one here about 2 weeks ago, and we had about 40 people into that last meeting. We're kind of limited on the space on this one, so if you have interest in coming out, it's going to be May the 23rd to the 25th. It's going to be here in Omaha at our home office here in Omaha, Nebraska. So if it's something you have interest in attending, mark off yes that you would have interest in coming out to our all expense paid Life and Annuity Academy. I know we've got a great group of speakers will be in. We'll probably have about 6 different companies. We'll be giving presentations at this meeting. We'll have 3 or 4 of our agents will be coming in, going over some of the stories and ways to create more business in the field. We'll bring in some great producers, kind of go over their secrets they use in the field to close more clients, get in front of more clients. Really a good overview of what they have available out there. We'll be going over some different sales ideas on the life side also, on some good business insurance concepts, large life case marketing, really some good information on that side of it. We'll be going over some single premium life details, IULs. I mean, a really good group of details you'll be getting at this meeting. Of course, we'll also be discussing indexed annuities and fixed annuities. We'll be going over the latest and greatest on index strategies. We'll also have some different wealth transfer information. Also be going over some of the software tools we use with our agents. So really a very useful meeting you'd be attending. Again, it's coming up in May. If you do have interest, mark off yes. It's May the 23rd to the 25th. And we take care of your travel, your hotel, all your meals, everything is taken care of. So definitely keep that in mind based on that meeting. Close that up here, but if that's something you have interest in, I'll be giving everyone a call and verifying their interest in that meeting coming up in May. Again, we do have a really good array of fixed annuity carriers. We'll be discussing Atlantic Coast Life, Sentinel, Colorado Bankers. We'll be going also over some products from Athene and Equitrust. So we'll have about 5 different companies we discussed here this morning. We'll be getting started with Atlantic Coast Life. They've got a couple of really competitive programs available in the fixed market space. They have their safe harbor and safe haven contracts. Really strong rates. You can see if you look at the 5-year rate guarantee on the safe harbor, this is a simple interest contract. This safe harbor does not have free withdrawals. It does have a full death benefit based on adding that rider on. Take a look at the first year rate at 461. You have a 361 base. If you look at the overall return on that, you're looking at about 3.8. So really a strong rate on that. If you look at their 10-year rate, they're at 5.49 first year rate, 4.49 years 2 through 10. Really strong rate above 4% there. So a really good number to give your client. If you look at their compound interest rate, their safe haven contract, you can take a look at the rates on that. You're looking at 4.35 first year. On that contract, they also have a 3.35 rate on renewal on that, years 2 through 5. Take a look at their 7-year contract. These are compounded rates. You got 461 first year, 361 years 2 through 7. Really a strong combination. If your client does want to get free withdrawals, they do have a couple options there. You could take interest-only withdrawals. The cost of that is 5 basis points per year. If you want the 10% free withdrawals, the cost on that is 15 basis points per year. And if you want the full death benefit, that's additional 25 basis points per year. So you kind of have some base features on these contracts. If you want additional benefits, of course, you do have to add on those additional riders in order to get those contracts. Atlantic Coast also has a really strong 5-year indexed annuity. Currently, the 5-year rate on their index plan is at 3.4, a very strong rate of interest. Or you can take the index options. They have a 6.25 annual point-to-point cap. They have a monthly averaging strategy with a 7% cap. They also have a monthly cap strategy with the cap at 2.25. Your free withdrawals are about the same. Your rider fee the fee for the 10% free withdrawal is 15 basis points. If you want accumulated interest, that charge is 5 basis points. And then on the full death benefit, the charge on that is 25 basis points. So really a strong product there on a very short chassis. It's a 5-year contract. I know we've seen some decent business coming in on that based on that 5-year rate guarantee with those extremely high cap rates. Really a strong product there. Sentinel Life is kind of the sister company to Atlantic Coast Life. They're available in some states Atlantic Coast is not available in, and they are very strong on their rates also. Take a look at most states except for Florida and Minnesota they're in. You can see their 5-year rate guarantees at 3.5. That's a compounded rate. The 7-year rate guarantees at 3.65. The 10-year rate's at 3.75. So really good rates with Sentinel. You can see that the rates are slightly lower based on being in the states of Florida or Minnesota. And this plan does have free withdrawals. If you want interest only, the basis points are 8 basis points. If you want RMDs, the basis points are 16 basis points. I also show a 10% free withdrawal, and that is an 8 basis points cost on that. Good thing about Sentinel is you can get in with as little as $2,500. It's available to age 90 in most states. Very competitive program. Some you have some interest in, we'd be glad to get that in your hands. I know Atlantic Coast Life, their minimum premium is higher. You're looking at $10,000 to get Atlantic Coast Life, so much higher cost for those features there. So if you look at the features on the plan, it's available to age 90 in most states. Minimum premium is $2,500. You do have limited state availability on the Sentinel Life. You got the different riders you can add on for RMDs, 10% free withdrawals, the terminal illness nursing home waivers, the 72Ts, a death benefit feature. You can see that the costs do add up if you do put multiple riders on this policy. It's going to be a little bit costly based on that. Colorado Bankers is a company we just recently introduced. They're very strong in the multi-year rate guarantee market. If you take a look at their current rates, their 3-year rate, 3-year surrender charge contract is at 2.5%. Their 5-year rate is at 3.60, and their 7-year rate is at 3.85. Colorado Bankers is available in pretty much every state right now except for New York and California. Those are true surrender charge periods. There's no rolling surrender charge, so your client can get in it for 5 years. They have an open door policy. At the end of 5 years, they can take their money out. They have a 10% free withdrawal available starting in the 2nd year. There is a nursing home waiver and a full death benefit built into this contract, so there's no additional charges with Colorado Bankers. What you see is what you get, which is a great feature with that contract. I believe the minimum deposit is $10,000, and this plan is available to age 90. So up to a very high issue age, and really a strong combination there based on those rates. I'm going to go ahead and launch a quick poll here on contracting. If you'd like to get any licensing sent out to you based on some of the contracts we've talked about with Colorado Bankers, Sentinel, Atlantic Coast, I know we're going to be going over Equitrust and Athene here shortly. If you'd like me to send you over some licensing forms for those companies, I'd be glad to get that done. Maybe just one set of licensing forms. You just check off which companies you want to represent. We'll go ahead and get those processed for you, get those through the system, and be able to get you out some forms so you can get started. So if you would like to get licensing forms on any of those companies. I'd be glad to get those over to you. Just check off the boxes on what you'd like to receive. We'll go ahead and get those ordered in your hands. Be glad to help you out with that. But really a good opportunity to get involved with some new carriers with the interest rate environment we're currently in, where the interest rates are going up. It's always good to have these companies in tow, and that way, if you do have a client to write, you wouldn't have to wait around to do the licensing and get the product training done. I mean, that can take a little while. So this would definitely be a nice program to take a look at there based on that. We'll go ahead and look at Athene right now. Athene is a little bit different. Their plan is a flexible premium annuity, so your client can put additional deposits into their contract. You do have to start out with a $5,000 minimum deposit. Then you can add in basically any amount you want after that. They have a 3-year, a 5-year, or a 7-year. These rates I'm giving you are based on a $100,000 deposit or more. Their $100,000 deposit 3-year rate is at 215. Their 5-year rate is at 3, and their 7-year rate is at 310. So very competitive with those interest rates right now. You take a look at the issue ages on the 3-year contract that's available to age 85. The 5- and 7-year contracts are available to age 83. You get a full death benefit available on those contracts. They're flexible premium policies. Your client can put additional deposits into those. You can start out with as little as $5,000. They do have interest-only withdrawal features on this contract, so it is interest-only withdrawals. You do have trail commissions available, so if you'd like to set it up on a trail, you can do that. And they've got some features on this contract you don't see with other MYG contracts. The biggest feature I think that stands out is their flexible premium situation, where your client maybe wants to put in their IRA this year. They put in their $6,500. Next year they'll put in another $6,500. The year after that, the same thing. That way they only have to have one policy. They can keep putting their deposits in, and really makes life a lot easier when you only have one plan to keep track of. Definitely a great feature with Athene. They do have an enhanced liquidity rider that you can put on the policy, and it gives you some additional features there for terminal illness, RMDs, confinement waiver, free withdrawals. They go up to 10% starting in the 2nd year. So you can add that liquidity rider onto the policy if you wish, based on the Athene. So do keep that in mind. The last company I'll be covering this morning is going to be Equitrust. This is a company we've been doing a lot of business with here the last couple of years. They've got a great suite of MYG contracts. They have a 3-year, 5-year, 6-year, 8-year, and 10-year rate guarantees. Their 3-year rate right now is at 2.25, 5 years at 260, 6-year at 275, 8-year at 285, and their 10 years at 3. The contract is available to age 90. It has extremely competitive commissions all the way through. If you take a look at the commissions from 81 to 90 at 2.25. That's for the 5 through 10-year rate guarantees. That's one of the best compensations we have anywhere at that age, based on those rate guarantee periods. Has a full death benefit on this contract. It also offers interest-free withdrawals. So if your client puts the money in, they get in their 5-year contract, they're earning 2.6. After 30 days, they can start taking out their free withdrawals. So great feature there with that. I know we have a lot of people that like Equitrust based on liquidity options. Of course, the commissions are solid. Great combination for a client and agent. A lot of clients are pulling money out of CDs right now. They're renewing at 1.5%, 2%. They're dropping these into some MYG contracts so they can earn, 2.75, 3, 3.6. So really some good companies to go to on the index side, or on the MYG side. We did cover that one indexed annuity through Atlantic Coast Life. Some really good features on those contracts. I know with Colorado Bankers Company, we just started marketing here about 2 months ago. We're really seeing a lot of business flowing in on those interest rates. They've got the 360 rate guaranteed for 5 years. They got the 385 rate guaranteed for 7 years. really tough to beat in the market right now in those rate guarantees. I think it's a great combination at this time. If you have anyone that's looking at getting a better fixed rate, getting some of those rate guarantees, give our marketing department a call. We'd be glad to help you out. Again, this is Matt. Glad you could join me this morning, and appreciate your spending time with me here in this webinar. Try to keep it at 30 minutes or less, so we'll be getting this taken care of here in a couple minutes based on the end of this webinar. But if you do have any questions, definitely give me a call. I'll be contacting everyone that was on today's webinar. We, of course, do have some other companies that do offer MYG contracts. Another plan we have through Equitrust, they have a plan called the Choice 4. It's a 6-year contract. The current first-year rate's at 4.25. It has a base rate now at 275. That plan pays a 5.5% commission on a 6-year contract. Really a very strong combination right now. If your client is from ages 81 to 85, the compensation's still over 4. It's at 4.13. I don't know anyone out there that's offering that combination on interest and commissions on a 6-year chassis. So anybody you have that's looking for a good 6-year contract, I think the Choice 4 would be a great solution. It's available to age 85. You can put in $10,000 to start. And with those compensation levels, really a no-brainer on choosing that contract. So otherwise, everyone have a great week. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Hopefully your annuity production has been great this year. We look forward to a very prosperous 2018. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good day. Bye now.